Every golfer dreams of playing to win a game, and practice is probably the first thing that can help one get there. Many people often ask about the secret behind success in a golf tournament. The truth is that there isn't any one formula that'd work for all. Some tips, however, can be used to increase the chances of success. In this video, we'll tell you how to prepare for a golf tournament. Let's begin. First off, you should always play a practice round before the actual game. Many sports often have the same kind of field where athletes have to play. Although the golf courses are mostly differently built and have an entirely separate set of holes, hurdles, and greens used in them. This means knowing the course is crucial before playing a tournament on it. If you've never played on the course before, we suggest you play a practice round before the actual game begins. By doing this, you'll give yourself enough time to come up with a game plan according to the features of that golf course. Although it's not always possible to play a practice round. If that's the case, you can simply observe it. Walk around the course and make sure to look at each of the holes from the green back to the tee. This will allow you to come up with possible strategies beforehand. In short, being familiar with the course you're going to play on is much more helpful than you think. Many people often tend to underestimate this and mostly fail to play their best game just because they didn't know the course earlier. Next up, understand that mistakes are inevitable in this game. It's important to prepare yourself for a grind. We all know that golf is a game of strategy and is much more complicated than it looks. Apparently, a common issue many golfers come up with is that they overburden themselves. They forget that the game they're playing has too many variables to deal with, and when such a sport is played, mistakes are inevitable. Accept that you'll make mistakes, and also stay ready to make those mistakes right. So, instead of going into shock because of a mistake, be ready for it all along. Ensure that you have a plan to overcome common mistakes, and you're good to go. Also, take care of what you eat and drink. You may think that eating or staying hydrated isn't directly concerned with the tournament, but let us tell you, you're thinking wrong. Eating and drinking properly during the days leading up to the tournament and during the rounds is very important. Many golfers don't take this seriously and face issues like poor to no concentration while playing. Not just that, being dehydrated may also cause fatigue, and not eating well will make you feel tired and unmotivated. These factors directly affect one's performance, and as a golfer, you must be sure about your health before you enter the course. Not just that, be sure about your mental game. As we said earlier, golf is a strategic game, and you have to use your mind too much. And that's why we always say that you need to be mentally ready to win a golf tournament. Make mental goals over the actual ones and see the difference in your game. Here we must recall what Justin Rose, the English golfer, said about his plans for the tournament. According to him, all his goals are mental ones. We say this because when your mental game is strong, you're able to access the best skills along with playing freely and staying focused. This way, you allow yourself to stay committed to the goals and deal with any ups and downs while playing, and keep your kit ready. Make sure you have your whole kit, including every important thing, ready the night before the event, just the way you used to lay down your whole outfit and other stuff on the bed for a school trip. It's better to make a checklist to ensure you have put everything in. For example, charge the trolley battery, pack the wet weather gear, and clean the clubs. Not just that, also ensure that you have packed things like gloves, balls, tees, and other accessories that might be needed. Apart from that, it's also important to pack any food or drink you'll need, and don't forget the golf shoes. You really don't want to borrow or buy a new pair because that'll definitely make you feel uncomfortable. Apparently, when you have everything important ready to go, it gives you a sense of satisfaction and motivation to do well. Also, try taking your mind off the tournament the evening before it happens. Performance anxiety is real, and trust us when we say that it usually hits hardest when you overthink all the scenarios and outcomes the evening before the tournament. Most golfers tend to overthink every possible scenario that might happen the following day. This, in turn, only makes them extremely nervous and gives them anxiety. The byproduct of these extreme emotions leads them to underestimate their abilities and not do their best when playing. So to avoid overthinking about the tournament, ensure you have some productive activities planned out for that specific evening. Watch your thoughts and make sure you distract yourself whenever you find yourself fretting about the game. You can watch a movie, play a video game, or go out with friends. But don't stay out late or drink. There are hundreds of possibilities. You've got to do whatever's possible to keep that overthinking devil out of your head. Some reports suggest that most top golfers love to fly fish or spend quality time in nature before any important tournament. So yeah, you can go to some lake, mountain, or forest, whichever suits you, and have a good time there. Apparently, just spending time away from the game and simply chilling can also pay off when it's time. Most importantly, be at the site about an hour earlier. You should always have this rule in mind. Never underestimate your punctuality. You don't want to be at the course just 10 minutes before the game begins. Trust us when we say it'll only make you feel anxious and ruin the playing part for you. Make sure you arrive at the venue about an hour early. This way, you'll have enough time to sign in, pay the entry, and do some warm-up. With excessive time on your hands, you'll feel more relaxed and in the mood to do your best. So, set that alarm an hour earlier whenever you have to play a tournament, and you're good to go. Apart from that, be confident about your swing. Top golfers are always confident in their swing, and you should be too. It's better not to implement any changes in your swing prior to the tournament. Instead, your focus should be more on each club's stance, grip, alignment, and carry distance. Even if you think that your swing isn't good enough, don't ever make any major changes to it. Stick with the routine and check the basics and improve them if needed. Yet still, don't do too much and release the tension. Tension, if left to build up, can end up becoming an ultimate swing enemy. Ensure that you discover the best method that helps you relax and allow your natural instincts to take over. And if you're lucky enough to have a swing coach, then you can also get help from them for about 1 or 2 weeks for some fine-tuning. This would help polish your skills. Apparently, note-taking also helps. Before the tournament, while practicing, you should always keep a notebook with you. Take detailed notes of everything from which club hit from certain distances to where the pins might be. You may also want to write down the directions that green breaks and the speed at which you played on a particular day. This will give you enough information and reference points when playing on the tournament day. Note-taking is an excellent practice, and many golfers tend to ignore it, thinking it wouldn't be of any help. Well, voila, it does help and can improve your chances of winning. Lastly, have an attitude of gratitude. Let's be honest here, golf isn't some entitlement. Instead, it's more of a privilege that you can play this sport, regardless of which level. It can be a club championship or the US Open. Being able to put pressure off of your shoulders by changing your perspective will help you a lot. Gratitude always comes in handy in such situations. We think golfers should be grateful for the opportunity to be there playing such an amazing sport. Many golf lovers don't even get to do so, so enjoy it and embrace it while you still can. You can never know what the future holds for you. It's possible that your gratitude may lead you to play a major game soon. And most importantly, even if you think you're not as good as your opponents, always visualize success. It's a known fact that most human behaviors are predetermined, and when you have a positive mindset, your subconscious can help you shape your visualization into reality. And with this, it's time for us to wrap this video up, fam. What do you think about all the steps we mentioned in this video? Do let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll soon be back with more amazing videos. See you in the next one.